Habits are things we do regularly without much thought or effort. They're often automatic behaviors that we've learned over time through repetition and practice. Hey guys, I'm Laura and I make videos that will awaken your awareness. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can break a bad habit and how to build a good one. So I've been there on both sides, been there, done that, and I did it on my own. I didn't have any assistance or help from anyone. So I really do know what it takes. So how to break a bad habit? We'll start with that, okay? So firstly, to break a bad habit, you need to have some self-discipline, you need to have a strong mindset, and you need to have willpower. And if you're sitting there thinking, man, I don't really have that, it's okay. It's okay, because you can work on strengthening it. It's like, think of it like a muscle, right? So like you go to the gym to work out your bicep, you strengthen it. It's the same idea with this. The more you practice with it, the stronger it's going to get. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Yeah, and so the last thing that's really also important as well is being kind to yourself if you fail and try again. So an example of a bad habit I broke was cigarette smoking. I was a smoker. I started smoking daily by the age of 15 and I successfully quit at the age of 23. Something's still in my eye. I've got contact lenses in. It's like something's bugging my contact lens. I'll sort it out later. So I decided to give up cigarette smoking because it just wasn't good for my health. I was coughing up like a lot of black stuff every day. And so I really knew it wasn't good for my health and I needed to kick this habit. Now, it wasn't easy. Okay, so I did it cold turkey. I didn't use patches. I didn't use nicotine gum. I had many failed attempts. That's why I say it's important to be kind to yourself if you do fail. Like you're trying to break a bad habit, you slip, you fall off, you're like, damn it. And that's why I wanted to point out that, you know, it's pretty much going to be normal to slip up and fail whilst you're trying to work at breaking this habit. So you just be kind and try again. Just keep trying. You don't want to waste energy beating yourself up. Okay, I'm just going to stop this video here because I need to go sort out my contact and I'll be back. I'm just going to try and remember where I left off. Okay, so I'm back and I can see properly now. So when it came to me giving up cigarette smoking, I knew I wanted to do it, right? I had the willpower to do it. I was like, this is not good for my health. I really want to kick this habit. Now, I probably gave up and failed maybe 10 times before I was actually able to kick the habit for good. So that's why I keep making a point about being kind to yourself if you fail and just try again. You don't want to waste your energy on beating yourself up because, oh look, see, I can't do it, I'm so useless, you know, I'll never break this habit. That's a waste of energy. Don't even go there. Don't allow yourself to go there. Don't beat yourself up. It's okay. You know, as long as you have the willpower to do it, like you really do want to break this habit, you will get there. So for me, it was like I gave up ciggies for maybe like 2 days. Then went back smoking. Gave up maybe 2 weeks. Then went back smoking. Might have given up 3 days. Went back smoking. It was a lot of, you know, a lot of attempts like that before I really did kick the habit. I even gave up for 8 months. Went back smoking. Like, God damn it. And then it was the beginning of July 2011, like the 1st of July, I think, was like the last time I ever had a cigarette. That's 11 years now. Cold turkey, I did it cold turkey, and you do have to have a strong mindset, which is something, again, you can work on to strengthen, just like your self-discipline. You can work at these things and strengthen them. So when it comes to the mindset side, it was like when you have a cigarette, you associate it with so much stuff. Like every time you have a cup of coffee, you have a smoke with it. Every time you go for a drive, you have a smoke out the window. Every time you have a feed, you have a smoke after it. There were so many things associated with smoking cigarettes that my mindset had to get used to not doing. So it was like, so it is a mindset game. You gotta, you know, it's a, you know, and you just gotta practice at it. So for me, it was like, okay, well, now I have to be able to be okay with having a coffee and not having the smoke with it. I just had to learn to just let it go, be okay with it, not worry about it. The other thing was I had to learn again, it's a mindset thing. I had to learn to, because I knew I couldn't avoid being around smokers. Everyone around me smoked. So it was like, I knew I still had to be around smokers. I had to learn to not let that tempt me to want a cigarette. How did I do that? Mindset. So I trained myself, or I told myself, okay, when you're around people that are smoking, don't focus on the fact that they're actually smoking. Like if you're around people and you're seeing them have a smoke, and you're like, oh, they're having a smoke. Oh, man, I wish I could have a smoke. Instead, I trained my brain to like see the person sitting there, but it was almost as if them smoking was invisible to me. It's a mindset thing, right? Like tricking my brain, so my brain's not actually noticing the fact that they're having a smoke, which doesn't tempt me to want one. People can smoke around me now, and it's like I have no temptation at all. I've held lit cigarettes, people trying to set me up, like just basically dickheads on the piss. Here, hold my smoke while I go to the toilet. That's what they do. And then they come back like, did you smoke it? Like they're purposely trying to set you up. Firstly, what kind of person does that? Like, you're a dick. Secondly, I laugh at them because I've got such a strong mindset, because it's something I've worked at so much. They come back, did you smoke it? And I was like, oh yeah, I smoked it. And I laugh at them and I was like, nah, I don't need this shit. I've got a stronger mindset than that. And I like sort of rub it in their face a bit, like how good I am at controlling myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, you do get people like that for some reason, for their own little giggles, I suppose, they try to see if they can throw you off. Now, so again, we'll just quickly run through. You've got to have self-discipline, strong mindset, and the willpower, and you can work on all these things to strengthen them. And then yeah, if you fail, keep trying. If you have the willpower that you really want to break this habit, you will get there. You will definitely get there as long as you keep trying. Okay? And another bad habit I had to break was I had a mental addiction to weed. Weed is not a physical addiction. I don't care what anyone says. I am walking proof that there is no physical addiction to weed. I smoked daily for 14 years, every day, because I rely on it as a sleeping aid. So I don't really need it during the day. I don't care about it during the day. It's more as a relaxation thing and to help me sleep. And I was going away overseas on holiday for 3 weeks. I was like, how am I going to be away and not have weed? I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen to my body? Is it going to react? You know, like I literally had no idea. So I trialed 1 week before going away on my holiday. I just went 1 week without it, just to test myself. And the first night I didn't sleep at all. I was awake the whole night. The second day, the next day, I had to get out in the gardens because I had a flat inspection. I spent 3 hours tidying up the gardens with no sleep. So that night I went to sleep fine. I was so tired. And then every other night after that, I went to sleep fine. And guess what? There are no physical withdrawal symptoms whatsoever. I don't care what anyone tries to say. I see people trying to say that they have these physical symptoms. I'm like, no, you don't, mate. It's in your head. It's mindset. Your mindset is so strong, it can trick you into thinking you have these physical symptoms when you actually don't. And I went on my holiday for 3 weeks, and I had no issues in that whole 3 weeks. Not one physical withdrawal symptom. So you can only be mentally addicted to weed. And that's what happened to me when I was younger. I was mentally addicted to weed to the point where I'm like pawning stuff so I could have money to buy weed because I need my weed to sleep. And I was like, there's such this dependence on it. And I broke that mental addiction. You know, it's like, even though I still smoke daily, it's like I don't stress if I don't have it. It doesn't actually bother me. Like, even if I didn't have it to sleep, I know I could still sleep without it. It doesn't actually bother me. Whereas back in my younger days, I was like acting like a frickin' fiend, like pawning money, taking money out from my parents so I have to go buy weed, like, you know, out of character sort of stuff. And I got over that mental addiction. I don't even really know how. I just somehow let it go. Like, I just let go of the dependency of it and needing it to sleep. Even though it does help to sleep, it's like, you know, I know I can sleep without it, really, but yeah, there's no true physical addiction to that. But yes, I have had to work at a lot of mindset stuff when it comes to breaking bad habits. Now, when it comes to forming good habits, so I've formed good habits, like say gymming and eating healthy. I now gym regularly, like 5 days a week sort of thing. And because I gym, I just started eating more healthier because it's 80% nutrition, 20% exercise. So if you're gymming, you've got to eat right or you're wasting your time. So when it comes to building good habits, you have to commit to forming a new habit. Like, you commit to it. Right, this is the habit I want to now build and create in my life, I am going to commit no matter what. If I try and I fail and I fall off, I'm committed to keep trying. You've got to be consistent. Consistency is key, because to form a habit is repetition. So you've got to do it daily. You got to get into the habit of daily to really form the habit. Start off easy. So I say start off easy. So what I mean by that is, for example, let's say you want to start gymming. You want to build a good habit of exercising. Don't throw yourself in the deep end if your body's not used to being in the gym. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to wake up tomorrow, I'm going to have a half an hour, workout, and then you might do your half-hour workout. You feel really good and proud of yourself. I did it. But then it's like, are you going to be able to get up tomorrow and do another half-hour workout? What are the chances you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to be like, oh my God, my muscles are so sore, because your body's not used to training. Muscles so sore, and your ego's going to step in and talk you out of it. Oh, look, just have today off. You did good yesterday. But that's not what it's about. What it's about is doing it daily to form the habit. So that's why I say start off easy. Let's say start off with a 10-minute workout. That way you're more likely to get up the next day to do another 10-minute workout, because it's a short amount of time. Your muscles aren't going to be all sore because you haven't, because your body's got to get used to training. So you're more likely, if you start off with a short workout like 10 minutes, you're more likely going to get up the next day to do another 10-minute workout. You're more likely to get up the third day to do another 10-minute workout, rather than throwing yourself in the deep end going, I'm going to do a 30-minute workout this day, then this day, then this day, and then you get to these other days and you're feeling really sore, stiff muscles, and then you're like, oh, I don't really want to, because it's more about forming the habit than it is about the effort that you're actually putting in, if that makes sense. So that's why I say start off easy. For example, I realize I need to form another good habit, which is drinking more water. I don't feel like I drink enough water during the day, but part of the problem for me is I just don't really remember to take a water bottle with me. And I wanted to get in the habit of actually okay, I need to just start taking a water bottle with me when I'm working. For example, I could be sitting at the computer editing videos, and I'm just so busy and distracted by doing that I don't even think about drinking water. Yet, if I had a bottle of water with me, sitting on the desk next to me while I'm editing, then I'm more likely going to go grab that bottle and drink, because it's right there, right? So start off easy is more for me, it would be okay, set an alarm on my phone in the morning, because it slips my mind so easy to grab a water bottle. So set the alarm to, hey, grab a water bottle. So that's starting off easy, getting you on the daily habit of taking a water bottle with you to be drinking, rather than going, I'm going to drink 3 litres of water every single day. You understand what I mean? Because it's not about so much the effort you're putting in, it's about forming the habit, which is repetition. So it's just start off easy, right? I'm going to just take a bowl of water with me every day, and so I just have water all the time, so that it's going to get me in the habit of drinking more water. Then eventually, once I'm into that habit, then I can up it to say, oh, I'm going to now drink 2 litres a day. You sort of start off easy and ease yourself into it that way. The other thing is the same over here. You've got to have self-discipline and willpower. I want to form this good habit, so I'm committed to doing it. I have the willpower to do it. Be disciplined. The same as this one. You've got to be disciplined. You fall off, that's okay. The discipline gets you back on. Okay? So again, being kind to yourself if you fail and try again. Just be kind to yourself. There's no point beating yourself up. It just takes time and practice and repetition. You're not perfect. No one's perfect. So if you try and you fail, it's like I said before, no point wasting energy beating yourself up. You may as well use your energy for something better, which is okay, well, I tried, I failed. Tomorrow I'm going to do better. And focus on the next day and how you can get back on the horse. You know what I mean? Just be mindful of where you're putting your energy, and just don't waste it on beating yourself up. It's so easy to beat yourself up, but no one's perfect. So just as long as you're trying, that's all that matters, okay? Now, it takes around 66 days to form a new habit. It can take up anywhere between 2 to 8 months to form a new habit. That is why I made the point about getting into a daily habit rather than focusing on how much effort's going in. You know what I mean? Rather than being I'm going to do a half-hour workout every single day and then be talking yourself out of it because you're sore. You just want to get into the daily habit, incorporating it in your routine as if it's like brushing your teeth. You don't really think about brushing your teeth because it's already part of your morning habit, or your morning and evening habits when you do it. You don't really think too much about it because you've been doing it for so long. You just do it. So when you're forming these habits, it's like you just want to create this daily habit almost as if it's like just becomes normal, a normal part of your daily life, like brushing your teeth. So that's how you do it, guys. It's just work at it. Again, you can strengthen your discipline and your mindset and your willpower. My discipline strengthened because I gave up cigarettes. I worked at it. I failed many times. I tried and tried and tried. I got there eventually, which taught me, it strengthened like a muscle. It strengthened my discipline. And then because it strengthened my discipline, it made me basically a more disciplined person. And then I've taken that discipline into other areas of my life, like getting in the gym. You know, I don't need to pay a personal trainer to motivate me to get in the gym. I motivate myself because of this discipline that I strengthened through giving up cigarettes. I'm able to take it and putting it in different parts of my life. So it's something you can work at and strengthen. Just commit. Be kind to yourself when you fail. It's all good. You're not perfect and you will get there. I hope you like this video, guys. If you did, give me a thumbs up or write a comment. And if you like this sort of content, then subscribe and hit the bell notification because I drop daily videos on my channel. So I hope you stick around. Hope I see you on the next one. Peace.